super high.
What's going on YouTube? What's going on Facebook, Instagram, all platforms, Twitter? Welcome to Giants Reaction Mondays, and we're reacting to Jay Will, Max Kellerman, and Keyshawn Johnson, man, on the Giants' victory over the Panthers. Great Monday. Beat down on the Panthers 25-3. Daniel Jones had an efficient game. The defense had 6 sacks and a pick. Defense showed up and showed out against the Panthers, man. And me and Miz were the only ones saying that the Giants defense would show out, and guess what they did? So Max Kellerman said he was impressed with Daniel Jones during his victory over the Panthers. I'm gonna react to the video. You know how it goes. I'm gonna talk my talk no matter what anybody thought. And we're going to see what Max, Keyshawn, and Jay Will have to say about our victory over the Panthers. So, let's get it.
The New York Football Giants won a game. I don't think they've won a game since you were playing. As a matter of fact, talking about your playing days. When's the last time the Giants won a game? But they beat the Panthers. Daniel Jones even made a nice one-handed catch.
Yeah, he did make a nice catch. Didn't like the hit that he took. Hopefully they get into that. But Daniel Jones, 23 of 33, 203 yards and a touchdown. I had some people on a Saturday night live stream before the game say Daniel Jones wouldn't throw for over 130 yards. But he showed up and showed out. And great game plan to Jason Garrett, man. Rolling Daniel Jones out the pocket, getting him away from that offensive line that's not blocking well right now. And he made some plays.
On a throw from Dante Pettis, Daniel Jones, guys, to me look good for a guy who didn't have his team with him. And I've been up and down on Daniel Jones, and Key, even last time you were like, look, I went to a Giants game in person. I don't know if he's going to be it. And every time with Daniel Jones, I get to that place, he does something like this that makes me think, okay, he can play.
It's fine. Not bad, not good, he's fine.
Exactly, Keyshawn. A lot of people kill Daniel Jones because he's not a Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. Look, you don't have to be a first ballot Hall of Famer to be a good quarterback. There's plenty of other quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls because the team that around them was built very well. Daniel Jones is a middle of the road, can break the top 10 type quarterback. Is he gonna wow you with his pocket presence? Is he gonna wow you with making amazing throws with his arm? No, he's not gonna amaze you that way. But what he is, he's a hard worker. He's hard nosed, and he just has passion for the game. And given the right surroundings, he could be a good to a very good quarterback for you. He can get it done as long as you put the team around him. Give this kid an offensive line and see what he does.
Right? I mean, he made the great catch. It was New York, so the catch is going to be, we're going to make it bigger than what it is, but the catch is not even the impressive part. The impressive part is the fact that he was getting to take a shot. He took the shot and still held on to the ball. That's the
guy with a fumbling problem.
Quarterback.
Yeah, that was a big shot he took on that catch, man. That was a huge shot that he took. Not a shot that I would want him to take. As a matter of fact, let's be real with it. He was taking major shots throughout that whole game. And that's something we're going to have to improve on. That's something that we're going to have to get Daniel Jones to take less shots, man, because we need this guy. He's our franchise quarterback. He's not a franchise quarterback, but he's our franchise quarterback. And what I mean by that, franchise quarterbacks or quarterbacks is like a Patrick Mahomes. Even though he's not playing that well this year, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. These guys are going to make your team better no matter who's around him. Daniel Jones is a quarterback. If you put some good pieces around him, he can get you wins and he can get it done for you. So that's why I say he's our franchise quarterback, and we need to take the precautions as such. Let's get him an offensive line. Let's see what he does when he gets some of his pieces back, because this guy hasn't played with all his complete weapons throughout his whole career. Maybe 2 or 3 games when he had all his weapons at one time. And he didn't start getting weapons really this year. So let's see what he does when we get healthy and we can put an offensive line in front of him.
And, you know, those dudes ain't made like that. To be taking those type of hits, playing that position, catching the ball.
And Sam Darnold, hey, look, he's seeing ghost again, man. You look at his stats, man. He's in the bottom tier about every major passing category. I told you guys that Sam Darnold would give us some opportunities, and he did, and we capitalized on them. Out of the 3 balls that he thrown for intercept that could have been picked off, we got 1 of them. The other 2 were just out of reach. But he's going to give you opportunities as long as he's in the game. And guess what? He got benched. I told you what this guy is. I told you we could take advantage of him, and we did. So shout out to Patrick Graham and that defense yesterday. Did a damn good job.
So I yelled at the TV during this play, Max. And yes, they won the game, but these are the things as a fan where I start going down this path where I get really frustrated. Because we got Barkley out, we got Shepard out, we got Toney out, and now we're going to drop a play that literally it puts our starting quarterback. It was like he was hung out there now. That ball came.
You're so right.
That ball came 2 seconds later. He would have gotten cracked, and we would have been having a different conversation today.
Hold up, Jay, you are so right.
All right, Jay Will, let's be real. Some of his takes are off the wall, but I believe he's right on right here. Am I glad the play worked? Yes. But let's be real. If that ball was 2 seconds later, there was a safety that was coming down on him that could have got a way better hit than what he did. The hit that he got on Daniel Jones at the time was a good one, but that ball was 2 seconds later, Daniel Jones was out there, man, and he could have really laid the lumber to Daniel Jones, and we might have lost Daniel Jones again. You see what I'm saying? We got to find ways to keep this kid out of danger, man. First of all, we have to protect him from himself, and then we have to stop putting him in danger. I like Daniel Jones is sneaky athletic. I get that, but he's not the type of quarterback like a Cam Newton or Lamar Jackson, even a Kyler Murray or a Russell Wilson that can get out there, be shifty, and take a hit and keep on ticking. Russell Wilson, he's a master at getting out of bounds and sliding down. So is Kyler Murray, a master at that. Daniel Jones is a bull, man. He tries to run over anybody. I don't care if it's Aaron Donald. He's going towards him, trying to run him over. And that's not good for your franchise quarterback. So we have to protect him from himself and find better ways to protect Daniel Jones. Real talk.
I don't give a damn. We have been having a completely different conversation today.
You're so right, because what was he out for when he had the concussion and everything? He took on a defender at the goal line and got knocked out.
Now look at him.
Exactly.
I know, but that just everybody's like, oh, the catch. I just see a vulnerable quarterback just extended. I'm like, Lord.
That's why I said that was the impressive thing, is that he was able to hold on to the ball, knowing that he could potentially get shellacked in that situation. Shellacked. But the play was a well-designed play. It didn't develop like they hoped. Jason Garrett didn't decide to play to get the quarterback knocked out. They was hoping that it would be cleaner than what it was. And then the throw I think was a little faster than probably what they anticipated, because the safeties didn't do everything they wanted to do.
But that's Jay's point. Like, there are too many variables that can go wrong to be running your quarterback out there, even though it worked. Jay, that's a great point.
First of all,
only reason why we're talking like this is because Daniel Jones got hit. Tom Brady has been in this play. Multiple quarterbacks have been in this play to where the receiver throws the ball back to him. It really didn't go as planned because first the offensive line got blew back into the running back. The running back almost got hit before he actually got it to Dante Pettis. And Daniel Jones himself would tell you he ran the route a little bit slow. He ran the route a little bit slow, and Dante Pettis put it out there, and he had the speed back up and put one hand on it to catch it. So it was a good play. Is it a play that we need to run every week? No, because you don't want Daniel Jones to be put in that situation all the time. But it was a good play for the moment in time of the game. I'm be honest with you. I like the play call. I like the execution of it. It could have been a little bit better, but it turned out okay. So hopefully that's not in the game plan for the coming weeks.
That was not smart, right?
First of all, so we want to criticize the coaching staff right now, right?
No, criticize the coaching staff.
I do. I want to criticize. The play shouldn't have been run in that part of the field. You don't run that play
Sideline?
No, you run that play closer to the red zone where you can score a touchdown. You don't see people run it in the field. That part is not smart. It's like you're at the 50-yard line, you're running. No, you get down to about the 20. Because when he catches it, it should be a touchdown.
If you're going to take that risk, get 7 out of it.
Yes, absolutely.
I can agree with that, and I can disagree with that as well. Keyshawn, I mean, yeah, you do kind of want to run that play to where the quarterback is getting a touchdown. He's not able to take a hit. But a lot of people run that play in the red zone. I don't think it works in the red zone. I think he called that play at a very good time. We just needed to execute it better where Dan Jones is not hung out to dry and has to do a one-handed catch and get hit. I believe the play call was absolutely on point at that time, man. We needed a spark, and we got that spark, man. So, I mean, you could take that either way, man. You could say that was a bad play call because it left Daniel Jones out to dry, or you could say it was a good play call because it caught the Panthers off guard. So you could go either way with that.
Well, I thought Daniel Jones played. Considering the circumstances, I thought he played very well, actually.
He did. The O-line played very well. He only got sacked 2 times, and you also have to give the Giants defense a ton of credit.
Nah, this is where I come at Jay Will. The offensive line did not play well. The play calling was well. That's what it was. We had Daniel Jones rolling out instead of standing in that pocket taking hit after hit after hit. The offensive line did not play well at all. They would still miss blocks. They would still miss assignments. We got on the inch-yard line again and couldn't put it into the end zone because we get no push. And Jason Garrett took it upon himself to say, hey, look, they got 2 bookend ends with Brian Burns and Hassan Reddick. We're going to get you out the pocket. And we're going to roll tight ends out with you. And let's take what they give us. It was a damn good game plan on offense. And I'm not going to say it worked to perfection, but it damn sure allowed us to get points. And it allowed us to protect our quarterback. So you got to give credit to Jason Garrett on this game for the play calling that he did. He had Evan Ingram rolling out with him. He had Rudolph rolling out with him. Quick screens, quick slants. We really couldn't throw the ball deep. The one time we did have a deep player, Slayton was wide open. Guess what? Billy Price lets the defensive tackle come straight in through the middle and hits Jones before he could get off a good pass. So, I mean, he even got an intentional grounding because he had to get rid of the ball so fast. So, let's not overreact and say the Giants' offensive line did good because we won 25-3. No, that offensive line played bad to very bad. But Jason Garrett's game plan counteracted that. And that's the type of stuff that we need from our coaches. Let's just be real with it. They did not play well.
Because they didn't allow barely any conversions on third down options for the Panthers, right? Their defense really stepped up.
The defense looked good, but that brings us to the other part of the conversation. The defense looked good. The other quarterback did not. And Sam Darnold, I don't know if people in New York remember him, he used to play for the Jets. In case you don't remember. Evan, are you aware that Sam Darnold used to play for the Jets? Do you remember that?
Yeah, he saw ghosts.
Yeah, I saw.
All right, look. Sam Darnold, 16 for 25, 111 yards, and an interception, and was benched in the 4th quarter. So the conversation is coming up is it more on Sam Darnold or is it more of our defense? I believe our defense played exceptionally well. 6 sacks and a pick. This is what happens when we get pressure. I don't care what quarterback you are. I don't care how great you are. If you get pressure, you change it to a different quarterback. Prime example are 2 Super Bowls. Tom Brady was otherworldly those years. But guess what? When we beat them in the Super Bowl, we got pressure on Tom Brady. He turned into a different quarterback. It's just the way it is when you get pressure. You start to make mistakes that you never would make if you're in a clear pocket. You start moving off your spot. You can't throw the way you want to throw. You can't put your position, your arm position the way you want to throw the ball. You got to throw it off your back foot. When you're not able to just sit there and just examine the whole field and just pick who you want to throw to, it's a lot harder at quarterback. A lot of quarterbacks change with a lot of pressure on them. Look at Patrick Mahomes. A lot of pressure on him this year, and he's not the same quarterback. So I'm gonna give our Giants defense is just due. We've been terrible this whole year, but yesterday they showed up and showed out. Shout out to Azeez Ojulari and Williams. They were dynamite yesterday. Especially Azeez Ojulari, man. I'm loving this pick. Our 2nd round pick this year. He is absolutely balling this year. Could be a defensive rookie of the year candidate the way he's playing right now. 2.5 sacks. He has, I believe, 6 sacks on the year in the first 7 games. That's the type of production we need from an edge. So let's get another edge rusher out there, and let's see what him and Azeez Ojulari can do in the future with this defense. This defense played well. They played tight coverage. They hit. Shout out to Bernard McKinney that came in there making big hits at the middle linebacker position. We missed that. We missed a linebacker that hits the gap like he's supposed to. Shout out to a lot of people on the defense yesterday, man. They played hard. Shout out to Adoree Jackson, who was pretty good in coverage and put his nose in there for some tackles, man. Shout out to those guys, man. Give them kudos when they deserve it. And they deserve it. They had a damn good game yesterday, and I'm proud of them.
He was benched after passing.
Yesterday was pretty spooky for him, too.
Yeah, after passing for 111 yards and an interception in his return to MetLife Stadium. Matt Rule says Darnold will start for the Panthers next week, but rumors continue about the Panthers and Deshaun Watson. Key, you brought up, is this what I mean by, like, the NFL may not be a place anymore for guys who'd be fine in the right situation, like you say, because Darnold's one of those guys. Maybe he's not great, he's not awful. In the right situation, he can play, but now he was put into a pretty good situation. They got benched already.
Yeah, they did get benched. But our kid, Christian McCaffrey, he looks like a different quarterback. I mean, he did well against the Cowboys, but since then, it's going to that jet-like type situation. Why that?
All right, they're getting into Sam Darnold, so we're gonna cut it there. Overall, man, this Giants defense did very well, man. I still need to see a lot more from our pass blocking and run blocking on the offensive line. I need to see a lot more. I know Andrew Thomas is down. I know Nick Gates went down, but I need to see more from Will Hernandez. I really don't want to see Nate Solder on the field anymore. Shout out to Matt Pert, who played a very good game at the left tackle position for us. Filled in very nicely. You really didn't hear his name too much yesterday. That's a good thing when you don't hear your lineman's name. But that right side of that line and that middle of that line is absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Billy Price, Will Hernandez, and Nate Solder, man, are playing absolutely bad football. I'm just going to be real with you. They can't pick up stunts. They can't get any push on the line. They can't block their man one-on-one. They're missing assignments. They're not pulling correctly. They can't get any push on the inch-yard line. They're belly flopping. Price, I mean, man, what guy in the league can't bully Billy Price? Like, seriously. What guy can't get the edge on Nate Solder? Seriously. So we're gonna have to run game plans like that, like Jason Garrett did with the Panthers. We're gonna have to roll them out, see if we can get anybody open on the sidelines, see if we can get a quick 4 to 5 yards. Our running game, hey, look, our running game has to get better, man. Our run blocking has to get better. It just has to get better. They gotta go to the drawing table and see exactly what they can do, because our run game is absolutely terrible. 3.3 yards, and that's a good game for us. 3.3 yards a carry, and that's a good game for us. And that's below average. That's below average, people. Average is around 4 to 4.5. Yeah, that's where you get around about very good, and the 4.5 about very good, but we're below average, man. We're below average team on the offensive line, and let's be real, we were below average team on defense before yesterday. So I got to see what this defense does against the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes will be healthy. He passed concussion protocol, so he will be playing. So let's see what we can do against Patrick Mahomes and those Chiefs. If we could put up a good fight, I can see this defense transforming the way it did last year. And you know why we transforming? We putting those guys on the bench I told you about. Zoe Carter and Zimenez, their snaps got a little bit less yesterday, didn't it? Ojulari played almost the whole game. Quincy Roche was out there making plays, making splash plays. Coming up in the run game, making run stops. I told you guys, man. Bernard McKinney came in, making good stops against the run. Knocked Chuba Hubbard's head off. I told you guys, man. You get rid of those players that are not producing, and put your ego aside and just be like, hey, we missed on that pick. He's just not right for us. And put some people in there that got something to prove. Quincy Roche got something to prove. Ojulari got something to prove. McKinney got something to prove. You see what I'm saying? See where I'm going with this? Put people in there that got something to prove, that want to play. That are not just satisfied of just being on the field. And you get a different result. You get more passion out your players. They'll start flying around to the ball because they want to make a play. They want to celebrate. Shout out to Jabril Peppers. Haven't seen that out here almost all year. The man literally got flipped up in the air by the running back, rolled to his feet, and chased down Sam Darnold for a sack. Hopefully he's not hurt too bad. That's the type of play that we're used to. That's the type of play they did last year. Plays like that. So let's get the right people in there. Don't go back to the old stuff and put the X-Man and Lorenzo Carter out there as your bookend ends and leave everybody else on the bench. Nah, you mix that up and you give Zoe Carter and Zimenez the snaps they earn, which is not a lot. Quincy Roche came in there, was a problem. Ojulari was a problem all game. And guess what? When you got an edge presence, Williams can get to the quarterback now too. I know he's been paid a lot of money, but shoot, he needs a little bit of help out there as well. Dexter Lawrence, getting all type of pressure yesterday. Guess what? Because Quincy Roche and Ojulari were coming off that edge humming. So now you can't double and triple team the middle all day, now can you? Seeing things get a lot better when you get a little edge presses, don't it? But man, that's just my take, man. Just the little things I think of. I know some people just think I'll be rambling and saying some crazy things, but a lot of things that I say that come true. You get a little bit of edge presence, Williams turns into a monster. Dexter Lawrence is able to turn into a monster. You stop the run game now because you're getting pressure from the middle. You get a linebacker in there that's willing to stick his nose in the gap. You start to stop those runs straight up the middle, don't you? So we'll see what we do against the Chiefs next week, man. This has been Big Pat Sports Talk. True Big Blue, you know, it's true. And I'm going to talk my talk no matter what anybody thought. Reaction Mondays. Max Kellerman, Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams say they were impressed with the Giants' victory yesterday. 25-3 over the Panthers. Finally whoop some ass. Finally get to celebrate a win, and I'm feeling good. But if you like what you see, if you like the reaction, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell for more notifications on videos like these, because I know you like to chill with Big Pat, man. This is Big Pat Sports Talk. Come to Big Pat Sports Talk, man. Talk your opinion. I don't care what sport. Care what team, you're all welcome. Ready to debate anybody about my Giants. You can come on, Packers fan, Bears fan, Chiefs fan, it don't matter. Just come chill with me and talk. Because this is Big Pat Sports Talk, and I'm going to talk my talk. So I'm going to let you talk yours and we can debate. But until the next video, peace. Go Big Blue. Victory. Reaction Mondays, man. Way better after victory. Let's get it.
Super high.